You ever wonder what it's like to get a Reiki session? Well, in today's video, I am going to show you some of the things that I do during my Reiki session with my clients. Stay tuned. If you didn't know, I am a Reiki master. I've been practicing Reiki for a while now, quite some time. I was doing it before I got certified. So Reiki was introduced to me by someone that was also a practitioner. And it was around the time that I remember I was going through a lot. A couple of years ago. And I had tried every method, every single method. But when I start using crystals and Reiki, things started to flow differently. My energy was flowing differently in my life. I did suffer from depression. I have bad anxieties. I still do till this day. One of the things that I will say about the spiritual journey is that on this journey you find a lot of things, that I would say was hidden for me. I think before you go through the whole awakening process or before you go on your spiritual journey, you have to be able and prepared and really heal and cleanse yourself in order for you to receive the message from the universe, because you have to be mentally ready to receive certain messages from the universe. And I think if the universe was communicating with me back then, I wasn't at the right state of mind. I would say I was still experiencing life out there. I was still experiencing human life, I would say. That I found very interesting on this spiritual journey is that before while I was experiencing life a couple of years ago, still going through my whole life, still trying to find myself in this world, I don't think I would be able back then to receive the things that I receive, the messages that I'm receiving now from the universe. I think what Reiki did was it kind of bring me to a state of awareness and understanding of myself and be mindful of my thoughts. Because I think the depression and anxiety and all that stuff came from childhood trauma, and plus me trying to fit in or trying to find myself, and knowing that deep down inside there was something that was missing within me. So it kind of made me aware of my thoughts, my energy, and my whole being. As a human, having this experience. So Reiki really helped me balance those energy within me, those chaotic energy, those energy that, constantly kept me stagnant, kept me in a repetitive cycle with, people and with things. And, I was also indulging in certain habits that wasn't too good for me. So, Reiki is a very, very beautiful tool that someone can, really utilize in their life if you really understand it and if you find the right practitioner and the right person. So enough about that. I don't want this video to be too long, but I am going to explain. So I am going to show you my method, how I do things, when it comes to me providing Reiki, because I know every Reiki practitioner does things differently, and everyone have to find their own way of doing things. And I'm not saying my method is the best method out there, but it's the best for me, and that's what gives me the best results, and that's what also helps my client get to see and witness the most beautiful results also. So let's get started. Okay, so first thing first, when I get a client or when a client book a session with me, number one thing is my intake form. Now, my intake, it's not really, it's not a lot, but I would like, to know a little bit more about my client. It's only a page. You only have to fill like one page. So this is my intake form. And it's just basically, basic questions, about you as the individual. And it's just like when you go into any doctor's office, they do they give you an intake form that you fill out and stuff. They do a little mini consultation. So once the client is done filling this out, I'll review it with them and stuff, and we'll get to know each other. I call it the one-on-one. The one-on-one is me basically going over what you put down, writing in my notes what you're saying, paying attention to what you're saying to me when it comes to, if it's one of those Reiki session that has to deal with trauma or cord cutting or soul tie, whatever it is, just a balance of energy, chakras, whatever it is. I always make a note of everything that you say that sticks out with me. So our one-on-one is always first. It's like the initial visit. It's really first. I pay attention to everything you say, and then I will start the cleansing process. Now, not a lot of people like sage, so I will ask them, or I'll probably would do it before the client comes in. If I didn't get a chance to do it before the client get here, I will ask them if they're okay with me using sage, and depending on the answer, then I'll start the saging process. And sometimes if it's the client's first visit, or they never been to a Reiki practitioner, they never seen a Reiki practitioner, they never got a Reiki done. So I kind of have like a little pamphlet where it kind of explains everything, especially what they will be expecting on my session. So it's here, it goes in details on what is Reiki, what the benefits are for Reiki, and et cetera, et cetera. Now, after that, we'll move on. If the client booked like a full Reiki session, meaning if there's like a reading include with the Reiki, I call this the conscious reading, where I will literally communicate, kind of see what is it that we need to work on. I mean, even though that you tell me what you need to work on, but as a Reiki practitioner, I always make sure and get the client's consent to kind of communicate with the consciousness, and that's like a whole step, to communicate with your consciousness, to kind of see like what is it that you're holding on to, what is it that you need to let go, how can we move forward with this session. So I also use a card. It's not like I have tarot cards, but this is not really like a tarot card. It's kind of like a conscious card. So I use that, and I also have my own card. Well, it's not, I didn't make it into these yet, so it's in the process, but I have my own cards. I'll move into the hypnosis. Now, with this step, this is if the client wants the full Reiki session. This can take up to like hour and a half, hour and a half, to get through this process, and then take another hour for the Reiki session. So you're looking like I said, an hour and a half or almost 2 hours, because it depends if you want the whole shebang. So we'll do the hypnosis, with your consent, hypnosis. And then after that, I will lay you on my bed, and then I will place my stones. I'm always, I'll place my stones. Now, I do start my Reiki session with magnets. I'll explain why I use my Reiki session, because I think that's that's for me to know. That's not something I want to put out there or share, but it's something that that's very, very powerful when it comes to, if magnet is very, very powerful. Now, again, I don't always use the same crystals. Again, I go by what you tell me, what I get from the reading, what I get, from the hypnosis. So all these things is going to help me determine what are the stones that I need to use, where I need to place them in, in your chakra area or in your body. And then after that, we'll move on with the sound healing. Okay. Also, I have another right here. There you go. That's also a stick, a sound stick. I think it's 432 hertz. Yeah. So I'll use that also. I'll use all my majority of my equipment. And after we're done with that, and also if you, like I said, the whole shebang, if you get the whole shebang, sorry, the sage. If you get the whole shebang, I also offer a steam. I just add that on there. The steam, like if you come to me, I have all the herbs and everything. You can get your steam, your sacral steam right here. You can do it before your Reiki session or after your Reiki session. So I do like to tell clients to come with comfortable clothes because they're gonna be laying down. And sometimes I do have clients that do cry on my table. I do have that. It depends, because when it comes to hypnosis and we kind of go deep into the thoughts, deep into, I kind of make, walk you through certain things that you buried within you, deep down in there that you buried. So we kind of revisit those wounds together. I don't leave you alone. I kind of, go there with you and kind of like walk you through the steps. Okay. After that, I do allow my clients to go through the whole process to kind of like give them a, 72 hours to process everything, to process, what happened, just to process things, because sometimes it's a lot to wrap your mind around. It's a lot. So I give them time, and I give them things to do, on their own also. So it's not something that, you want to keep coming to me every minute or every time you feel out of balance or whatever. But I also give you things to do to keep that energy, level, to keep yourself, to know how to also, kind of help me help you heal type thing. So I don't feel like I'm the only one doing all the work, because I feel like I don't want you to depend on me type thing. I want to be able to do it, to hold your hand, guide you through it, but I don't want you to depend on me. I want you to be able to get this under control. I will always love, to see my clients over and over and over. But as a practitioner, I have to be honest. I didn't just wake up one day and say, hey, I'm going to be a Reiki practitioner. No, this came, it's like a contract with the universe. So I have to do things according to the what the universe told me to do. So I'm not the type of person that always wants you to come back and come back and come back. That's a sign to me of you're not really healing, so that's why I enforce that you also do the healing outside of my practice, so you can know how to balance your energy and know when your energy is feeling off. Yes, you come to me and stuff, but I also want to see some type of progress. I want to see some type of step that you're taking. And once you become a client of mine, I do coach you through things. So I do offer coaching, so I kind of coach you through things, and I do listen to some of the things that you are experiencing and stuff. And it's a free judgment zone. Like, I don't judge. One of the biggest thing that happened to me was I was so afraid to open up to people around me. Back then, I was really, really afraid. I didn't have anybody to open up to kind of tell them like what was really going on inside of me. I was afraid because I knew that some of them would judge me, or some of them would just put my business out in the street. So I kind of kept that inside of me. It's not a good thing to do. It's really not. You have to find that one person that really understand, that really went through certain things, and that really get it, to to sit person and say, hey, this is how I'm feeling. I'm feeling shitty. This is what I did. I feel bad that I did this. Or, someone that really understand and overstand something, like what you're really going through and how it feels, because I know how it feels to be around a bunch of people but don't have no one to share your deepest pain with, because you're so afraid that they might not receive it well. You understand? So that's why I make my space very open and very, confidential, with what I speak with my client, so they could feel comfortable to come to me, because I'm a very comfort person and stuff. So I understand. And also, I have this beautiful energy about me, this motherly energy, this loving energy. Anyone that been around me that know I don't give you bad advice. I don't give you bad advice. I try to motivate everyone. And also, I try to take a step back to see if you are doing the work, So I have a beautiful, loving energy, loving energy. Everyone that meets me loves me. If they don't love me, well, it is what it is. I can't please everybody, but most likely every one of my clients love me, also enough about that. This is for me. I transfer what our session was about into this, and I keep a record of every client I see, so I always go back on my notes to see where you in the beginning, how you was, the progress. So I kind of know, I kind of know if you are making progress, because I keep every single note. I keep every file, everything about my client. Right now I'm trying to find a space to put everything, trying to get like a little cabinet and stuff to put everything, but I do keep them in a safe place because some of them are very confidential. But yes, I do notes. I do my notes on every session that we have. So I think that's it. I think that's it. But usually what takes a long time is our one-on-one. Our one-on-one usually go deep. We go deep with the one-on-one, with the card reading and hypnosis. I make sure that, I always put everything down on paper. Like I said, to the crystal that I use on you on this day, the sound that I use, the card. I make sure I put everything on paper. Everything on paper. I make sure to see, and to make to write down what chakra that I worked on. Was it blocked? Was it unbalanced? Was it good? All of that stuff. The steam, I'm making new forms for, the steam, because I just add that on there. So yes, that is going to be a separate form of its own. And also I do travel to my client. I am mobile. So I do come to you if you're not comfortable coming to me, or if you feel like it's too far. Whatever, I do come to you. If you get like I said, the package, which is, everything, the whole shebang. I call it the whole shebang. I do give you a tea to drink. But I also provide this herbal tea before the session, because it kind of make you mentally relax and physically relax, so energy could flow. So I do have a tea that I give with your consent to my client, so you could relax, so your body could relax and stuff. And also with the steam, the sacral steam, I also provide. I have a tea mixture, to drink while you're steaming. All of that toxin and all that stuff. If you're not, pregnant or anything like that. You could drink it, and it just, it really make you relax. Really make you relax, especially right here. Because everything starts here. So so my session, these are the things that I do in my session. I know it's probably a lot, but I promise you this is something that really works. I think I have, some of my clients could testify to that. I don't think, not all of them had the tea. Not all of them had probably one or two or three or something had the tea, but I'm not sure. But I know not everyone had the tea. Because I just add that also. It's the session, it's long, but it's really well worth it. Well worth it because, again, my time is very, very valuable. I'm a very valuable practitioner. If people don't know, I'm really, yeah. Yeah. So it's amazing, how much power that we have available to us, and that we can utilize and use, that we never knew was right in front of us. And you don't have to go through trauma to come see me. You could just be in a certain stage in your awakening or in your journey, and you're kind of stuck, you need help. I coach, I will help you. And I'm not one of those people that say, oh, I didn't go through things. I went through a lot. I went through a lot. Got initiated and all that stuff. So trust me, I think, I'm not going to say I know everything, but I kind of know where some of us, where our issue is coming from. And being Haitian, I know sometimes people will look and be like, oh, well, you're initiated. Shouldn't you be doing something else? This journey is it's weird. You don't know what you're going to be and who you're going to become. I would never thought in a million years I would be here. I thought I'd probably be in Haiti somewhere, practicing, what I usually see in my culture. But unfortunately, the universe had other plans for me. And I love it here. I love it here. I get to be myself. I'm myself at all time. I'm being me. I'm being transparent. I'm being honest. Back then I've been called crazy. I've been called all types of names. So I kind of know what my issue was back then, but I just couldn't find someone to kind of help me fix those issues or kind of see those issues. But I'm here now. I love it. I'm here now. I love it, and I love what I do. I love helping people. I love talking about spiritual stuff. I love talking about my journey. I love every moment of it. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. So yes, book your session with me. You would not be disappointed. Well, if I'm meant to be your practitioner. I'd like to add, Reiki is very, very important to me. Very, very, very important to me because I wish I had someone, that like me doing my spiritual journey. I wish I had found someone like me in the past. But everything happened for a reason. I'm happy it happened at the right time, when it needed to be happen. So, and I'm happy I went through the experience that I went through in the past. Now I can help others because everyone needs someone that cares. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have any question, the link to my shop, my social platform pages and stuff, and how you could book your session with me is all gonna be linked down below. And I hope to see you in my next session. Have a nice day.